All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Watazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And it's going to be a super quick video. Not really going to say much. There was one thing in particular that I wanted to show you. And it was a clip from a news report that popped up in my news feed about basically all this debt that Babylon the Great has accumulated. And basically, like I mentioned at camp, Babylon the Great is insolvent, if I said that word right, meaning they're unable to pay back their debts. We've been said that, but I'll get more into that, shortly. But that's the main purpose of this lesson, and I'll bring out one scripture. One of my favorite scriptures, Habakkuk chapter 2. The whole chapter is fire, but prophecies are screaming, especially in particular, that chapter just screaming right now, especially in regards to that thick clay, that Ibatya, that debt. But as you can see on the screen, I just had this up as a backdrop, and this is old. I think this is maybe a couple, I'll be screenshotting things, and, even though I may not be doing lessons, I'm always watching. And if you subscribe to my Incognito Hebrew page, I'm going to start, diligently, which I've been doing, reposting, important clips, But as far as, just, I ain't saying too much, man. Broken record. Everything is documented. If the spirit compels me, I'll hop on and I'll bring out a precept or two. But again, what else needs to be said? The men of the Lord, the prophets, we're fully persuaded, man. We can clearly see what times we're living in. We're coming to the end of this thing. You know, ain't much needs to be said. So again, this was just a backdrop, of showing you the times that we're living in. So I'm gonna bear with me. I'm gonna get a couple more still shots, screenshots, whatever the hell you call it. Give me a second, Salakia. I saw this also, which in my feed, again, your algorithm through the spirit, even though each sleazy E controls the algorithm, you also, can somewhat control the algorithm through your Hawabashim Hawashai and the Rakah Kodash. If you're searching to be edified, basically the unicorn, the internet, it's you can use it for whatever the hell you want to use it for. It's just a tool, you know. You want to use it to look at big booty bitches shaking their ass all day. Hey, that's what your algorithm is going to be flooded with. If you want to just watch a particular group, whether it be GMS, ISUPK, IUIC, whatever, your algorithm will be will be flooded with those particular videos. Me, I like to watch everything. As a watchman of the Lord, I watch everything, and my feed is enamored with uh, prophetic things. You know, as you can see, the love of many waxing cold. Everybody losing it, bugging out. You know, you know, crime and violence, as it tells you, like when the flood came in the days of Noah. As we know, we're in the days of Noah all over again. You know, violence is at an all-time high. You can see things escalating in your feed if that's what you're looking for. You see, you know, and it's nonstop. You know, a lot of judgment. 'Tis the season of judgment. Judgment been going out. You know, I'm not familiar with these people, but my feed is flooded with, prophecies, man, judgment, signs of the times. You know, of course, we all know with the whole Kogan thing with the Trump. We know about the Trump assassination. We all heard about that. But the thing about it is, they're saying, which Idiocracy, if you're not familiar with that movie, Idiocracy, I highly implore you to go watch it. Idiocracy. you know. And matter of fact, you can go on. I can't show clips. My videos get taken down, but you can go on YouTube or social media and type in Hulk Hogan versus Idiocracy, his speech, and you can see how, hey, there's a saying, the whole world is a stage, is a theater, and we're all actors, which is absolutely true because ultimately we're all actors in who? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's movie, right? But on a lower level, which is really a higher level, these wicked elites are controlling everything. Everything you see is being orchestrated by the wicked elite, especially when it comes to things that you're consuming through the media, through you're consuming a lot of propaganda, a lot of misinformation, a lot of truth. But I noticed Sleazy E been trying to overwhelm you, bombard you with information overload, to the point where you don't know what's real and what's fake. You know, you know, how do you discern between what's real and what's fake? By filtering everything through the scriptures. Okay, but going back to the point of the whole world is a stage and we're all actors, you know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know how this devil gets down. So just go do your own due diligence, and you can see how this is all a ruse, man. I had re-uploaded a clip on my incognito, in the community pet section, where the reporter slipped up when she was explaining. I forget what she was going into. I think it was a shooter or something, like she was going into something. I think it was the assassination attempt, or I forget what exactly it was, and she called it a ruse, which is a game. She slipped up, which she might have not slipped up. She might, who knows? So shall they make their tongues to fall upon themselves. Ultimately, we know everything is working for the elect, man. Everything that's coming out in these latter times are really for the elect's sake, to build and solidify the elect's faith, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is confirming everything with signs followings. You know, and if you're paying attention, the signs are not letting up. The signs are screaming all around us, man. If you're staying in the spirit to the best of your ability, a major sign is, as you can see, the full buck moon illuminates the Statue of Liberty in New York City. This was last night, I believe, the 21st. You see, a big ass blood moon, man. They call it a buck moon. You can't tell me these are not signs, man. Signs of the times. And you telling me Sleazy E's astrologers and monthly prognosticators, his his wicked counsel on the left hand side, magi's or whatever, you telling me they're not privy to these type of things? They watching it, man. They're watching everything, just like they're monitoring the men of the Lord, starting from the apostles on down. Okay, because that's where the buck stops with the elder apostles. I ain't even gonna go into that, but we they watching the men of the Lord. The ones of us that have this 100% truth, sound doctrine, given to us from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai through the Rakah Quadash. They're monitoring us. They're monitoring our communications, listening to the things we're saying, just even amongst ourselves, monitoring the chatter. And this devil knows he has a short time and he's about to come down with great wrath. That's why he's becoming sloppy with things like everything he's doing. Hey, that's Isaiah 19. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Yeah, he was trying to this is the main video that I'm not showing you the video, but this is the main clip that inspired this lesson. But he know he have a short time. He hear these lessons going out. He hears the prophets. He sees the signs. I'm pretty sure through the spirit, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is plaguing these elites, these different, people with strange apparitions, dreams. They know what time it is, man. And they about to move. They're moving. They're not about to move. They are moving. That's why you see the whole shit with Kamala Harris, Sleepy Joe stepping down, Hey, man, we right there, baby. All hell is about to break loose. Jacob's trouble. We're at the door. The third's woe. um, the famine of the word, the persecution, the charagma, the RFID CHIP being made mandatory. We right there, man. But the beautiful thing is, hey, once we get through all of this, what's waiting for us on the other side? The kingdom and an eternity of rest and peace. You know. So hey, man, we got to go through this straight gate. You know, and it's really beautiful times, man. The elect were of high spirits. So anyway, enough of me ranting. You know, again, a quick one. I just showed you a handful of things that are going on if you're paying attention. But now it's the time for you to fucking do your own due diligence, man. Stop waiting to be fed. You know, fish for yourself, feed yourself. You got questions? That's what the comment board is for. You know. So this says 34. Well, it's almost at $35 trillion, man. The U.S. debt clock, and it says 33 million people. It says the U.S. literally cannot repay its national debt. Duh, we've been telling you that. Okay? Starting from the head apostles on down. They're going to bankrupt this current global economy. Not just in America, globally. This whole fiat, fiscal, muddy, paper currency system, debt-bearing notes, this whole way of buying and selling is about to be eradicated. They're collapsing it. Okay? And it's all being orchestrated by the wicked elite, Order Ad Chaos. I mentioned how these plagues are hitting Babylon. I'm just moving back and forth so the screen don't freeze up. But I mentioned all these plagues hitting Babylon, and you ain't seen nothing yet. These are just the birth pains. The water ain't broke yet. You can liken the water breaking when you don't see the men of the Lord anymore. That's the water breaking. Right now you're having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. The water ain't broke yet. The water's gonna break when the enemy comes in as a flood. No pun intended. You know. That's when the contraction's really gonna amplify. As Elder Apostle Tahar said, once the RFID CHIP is implemented, Elder Apostle Tahar said he believes everything is going to move quickly, And I believe the catalyst for that charagma being implemented is going to be the removal of the men of the Lord. That's when shit really going to be expedited, because we're the ones that are hampering this devil, and because everybody can see that something is wrong. Everybody can see that something is afoot, but they can't quite pinpoint it. The only ones that can pinpoint it are the prophets, and as the scriptures say, in the day of power, that people will be willing. When it's going to be obvious who the men of the Lord are, who, the things that we're saying are true, and they're going to be willing to listen in that time, and we know Esau not going to allow that. He wants to control the narrative. So it says the Congressional Budget Office has admitted, they finally telling the truth, because you can't cover it up no more. It's obvious. It's beyond obvious. The Congressional Budget Office has admitted that the U.S. national debt cannot be repaid. Wow. So what do you think these other nations are saying? What do you think these other nations are... How do you think America's looking? Okay? This bitch is about to collapse. It's been collapsing. We've been in the midst of a recession. We're heading for the greatest depression ever. Okay? And then in the midst of that, of all hell breaking loose, no work, all this chaos, civil unrest, and all this type shit, what's going to galvanize everybody? That third world war. Everybody's attention is going to be rallied behind that third world war. And also that charagma. That charagma is going to be the solution. Order ad chaos. Order out of chaos. We're not ignorant of his devices. We see what times we're in. We're close. Our redemption is nigh. The Congressional Budget Office has admitted that the U.S. national debt cannot be repaid. So what's the solution? The solution is to let this bitch collapse and then bring in a new system, a digital system, the Internet of Things. They want to connect you to the Internet of Things, okay? Through the charagma. And the infrastructure is already laid, and you people are already conditioned, prepped. So what's the solution from the U.S. government and Federal Reserve? Will this weigh on the election? And what will the results of the stock market be? And what will the result be for the stock market? And through the spirit, everybody can see that. Obviously, it doesn't matter. But through the spirit, we believe Trump is going to get back in there. Okay? And the brothers have already brought out that Trump is all about the not CBDC, CBDC or cryptocurrencies. He's all with that digital system. You had his brother-in-law, I believe his name was Jared Kushner. The brothers done broke down how Jared Kushner, he went back to that 666 building in Manhattan, you know. So we right there, baby. Oh, either which way. If come all over you Harris gets in there, you know these good old boys, they finna tear this bitch down. So hey, we right there. We right there, baby. We going home. We going home. These are victory speeches, man. Adawan Ratazah, we keep enduring to the end. These are victory laps, man. You know? You know? We can see the finish line. You know? It's right there, right beyond the horizon. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to close out here. Adawan Ratazah, this was edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the elect, man. Hey, keep watching. You know? Get your algorithm. Clean up your goddamn algorithm. Stop watching folly. Keep that eye single. Focus on the kingdom, on prophecy. You know? The Lord is screaming. The prophecies are speaking. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai not trying to hide himself. He's not, he's not an unrighteous power. He's not trying to trick you. Everything is plain, man. But it's for you to discern. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave you a brain for a reason. Use it. You got all the tools. All the resources. You got liberty. You know? Don't abuse it. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing, starting with the prophets. We're watching, man. You know? And we're moving according to the Spirit. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. The vision has already been written down on scrolls. I'm reading the visions right now from the scrolls, right? And it's plain, It's obvious now. We can see it. The elect, the remnant, starting with the prophets, that he may run that readeth it. And we've been running from our apostles on down. We've been running. But hey, this race is coming to an end. All right? You know? For the vision, and woe to you that have lost patience. What will you do when Yahweh Bashim Yahushai visits you? For the vision is yet, because hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai requires the things of the past, man. We're all going to have to appear before the seat of judgment, which we know judgment takes place on the earth, to answer for the things we've been doing in our body, whether they be good or bad. And that day is quickly approaching. Salakia. Kind of went longer than I wanted, but it is what it is. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? And we're in this time. We're at the end of the end, the last days of the last days. The doors of mercy are about to slam shut. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's all, if you're looking around through the Spirit, it's obvious, it's evident. The Lord is screaming. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. It's been tarrying, you know? But hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is speeding things up. He put the spirit on this devil to move in Operation Warp Speed. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is shortening the days for the elect's sake. It's June. Ain't no microchip. No, it is a micro, and it is, you know, it's all around us. It's here. As Apostle Tahar said, it ain't coming, it's here. You know? You know, and we ain't in June. We're in July, going into August. You know? So we coming to the end of summer. We almost in 2025. Hey, man, we going home, baby. 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob trouble. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. Esau, Edom, sleazy E. It's obvious. It's evident. They had to come a falling away first, which we fell. Now we're being brought back to remembrance. In the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. That's Baruch, I believe, Baruch chapter 2. You know, what else it says? It says, in the place where it said they were not my people, there it shall be said they are the sons of the living power. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, we fell away, we discontinued from our heritage, but now we know who we are. You know, we are the sons of the living power. Okay. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, Esau, Edom, sleazy E, the so-called white man, our arch enemy, our number one adversary. His soul which is lifted up, his pride, he's the man of pride. Read Obadiah. His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's a crooked man. He can't get right. But the just, Yasharallah, but chiefly the elect, the remnant, but the just shall live by his faith. We walk by faith, not by sight, right? And faith in what? Faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The word faith means trust. We trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We don't trust in man. We don't trust in this world. We don't trust in carnal, temporal things. You know, we're spiritual beings. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, sleazy E, his philosophies, his ideologies. You know, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And what has Babylon been doing? Going around and giving the cup to the whole world, making all these nations drunk. Now the nations are mad. You know? Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Again, his ideologies, his philosophies, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And a lot of, especially 2/3 of Yasharallah, you think this man is your friend, you know? But you gonna learn, he the same old devil that was fucking hanging your black ass on trees, having your children down there, you know, using your babies as gator bait, you know, buck breaking your men. He the same old devil, the same old sleazy E. He has a perpetual hatred, as Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has said. And he about to show you it in these latter times. How much he hates your black ass, your spick ass, your skin ass. Yea, also because he about to come down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. Revelation 12:12. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And he spread thin, just as the ancient Roman Empire was spread thin. He spread thin it all over again. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, bringing hell on all the people, you know? But guess what? They that ate thy bread have laid a deadly wound. All the men of thy confederacy have deceived thee. Go read Obadiah. This bitch is through. And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. Ain't no pleasing this devil. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This is the main point. Shall not all these what nations take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Everything he's gotten, he's stolen. Riches gotten by deceit. That's why the unrighteous dealings, you know, that's why the kingdom is about to be translated from one people to another, a changing of the guard. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? Hey, not much longer. Hey, tick-tock, sleazy E. Sand in the hourglass. The sand is running out. You bet not let the sun set on your red ass. You know? Because your night is our morning. Okay? You know? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That thick clay, the brothers, the apostles always break down. That goes into the Hebrew word clay, goes into ibatya. And that goes into heavy debts, pledges. And that's what this whole world is built upon. Thick clay, debt. It's a debt-based society. You know? You're using debt-bearing notes Everybody, this whole system is built upon debt. Even this new digital system that they're going to set up is based upon debt. Esau's whole existence is based upon debt. Fraud, deceit. Go read James. I think that's James chapter 5. You know? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? And you're seeing it. These BRICS nations, Russia, China, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, Iran, so on and so forth. Okay? A major resistance is being formed against the West. A major divide is in the earth. And they about to go to war over it. You know? And this is the war to end all wars. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and wake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. The whole chapter is good. Like I said, one more verse. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. You know? And the apostles always broke down that going back to their elders, they said that going back to the Tower of Babel, that's why they build these skyscrapers, these high rises, because they all are familiar with the flood. The flood what came about because of evils. The evils were increased in the earth, the violence, the wickedness of man. So they said, you know what? We're going to build these skyscrapers so that we can survive another flood. But little did they know, this flood is going to be a fire. you ain't gonna survive it. Okay? You know? You ain't gonna survive this second flood. You know? The second death, man. The lake of fire, which is America being completely pelted with intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles. You know? This day is quickly approaching, and this devil knows it. Anyway, Adawan Ratazah, this was edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the elect. Adawan Ratazah, it came together. Keep watching, keep pushing, keep fighting, man. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Nisharala.